Alright, here we are. How are you guys? Hello. So this is the Behringer Model D, the one company that everybody loves to hate. My thoughts on Behringer, I've said it before. Let me turn this down over here, showing you guys in the chat. If somebody can do it cheap, why not? I mean, obviously the original is gonna hold a lot more value, but for 300 bucks, man, I really was skeptical. I thought the build was gonna be crappy. The knobs feel pretty sturdy. Like, I honestly swear if this wasn't here, if this Behringer thing wasn't here, and if this was like a Studio Electronics or, I don't know, I feel even if like Moog released something like this, they could easily sell it for $600-700 bucks. These little buttons over here, I don't know how the originals work because I've never had a chance to mess with the original for a long time. Like, I've seen it at like events and stuff, but I never really had like a, some time with it to myself. So I don't know how much these are like the other ones. But I like it. I like it, and it sounds good. so let's see what it sounds like. When you first get it, there's going to be a lot of stuff going on. I remember when I first got into this, I would buy a lot of used gear, and I would get it, and it's like, is it broken, or do I not know what I'm doing? Like, user error, or like, something wrong with it. So like, just know that that's okay. Like, the more you learn, the better you're going to get at understanding things. So right here, we have this voice on. That just pretty much lets us know that we are getting audio out. So I have audio out going into my data, which is a little oscilloscope. So if I turn that on, you guys can see that waveform. Get a sip of the coffee. Alright, so boom, that waveform. This turns on our sound. So like, if this is not on, we're not gonna get any sound at all. I'm not sure why they do that. I'm sure there's a reason for it. And then we have our phones out. So like, not only do you have your main out, but you can go straight to your headphones, which is nice. Alright, so then we have our MIDI, which is how we would control this. I've been controlling it with my KeyStep Pro, but I like my Eurorack sequencer a lot, which is the Behringer 4 Plus. So I'll be doing that today. It's really like non-linear and really allows you to create more like, it helps me create things that I normally wouldn't on a keyboard. That's why I love it. So we're going to go, let's find a short cable. Something that's not gonna annoy us too much. Okay, so alright, so we have a gate going. We have a gate going to the Behringer, which is pretty much this, So now we're gonna have to send some pitch into it, right? So I have that going into the LC gate. I've heard of people also using one of these tip-top stackable cables and going, from the trig to both of these. I might do that if I can find a cable around here somewhere. Alright, so then we're gonna send our pitch, which is this little guy, into here. And let's speed that up a bit. Here we go. I have my TR8 right here. Let me speed this up. So like, this has clock divisions. So I can choose let me turn on all my probabilities on here. Turn this down a bit. No wonder. Okay, so I've been like trying to send clock from my TR8 to my modular, but of course I need to plug in my module, right? So clock out. I wanted to start completely from scratch for you guys, so you guys could see what I'm doing. Not be any steps ahead. So we need to send the clock out. So like the TR8, if I press start over here on my TR8, that starts. So I need to send that to my variegate. So I'm gonna get a cable into the clock in. There we go. Let me turn my tempo down over here. All right. It's all trial and error, guys. That's the beauty of it. And you learn as you go, you know? So the cool thing about this sequencer, it's like, let's say right now I just want to mess with my parameters and stuff, and I just need like a cool, interesting sequence. I'm going to go to track, and I'm just going to do sequencer mode all the way to the right, which is random. So, you know, that will give us that. Or pendulum, which means it goes back and forth, as you can see, down and up. So we can do that. And then these two tracks are CV, and these two tracks are gates. So I can send repeats to the gates, but I need to be here. Make sure you're not on track though. Alright, so probability. Alright, so all my gates are on. Now we're going to add some repeats. And then we have noise. So like, this is our mixer, right? It's all off right now. That's that first one. And this is all dry right now, no effects going into anything. There we go. We can change that sequence up. Change the scale of it. Alright. Let's change that up completely by switching on notes. Pitch for our oscillator too. So another thing we can do is we can send modulation from the voltage block into some of our parameters. So let's get a longer cable actually. And send that into, let's do this, see what happens. So let's do it without it. What happened to our sound? Okay, we got that going. Oh no. Gotta be on, right? We're gonna need those type of technical difficulties going on. definitely need some envelopes and some VCAs and a whole bunch of other stuff to play around with CV a lot more. I just started the second rack, so I'm trying to make this like my effects rack because I eventually want to run my ukulele through here. That scale. And save that. Sorry, got lost there in a little jam. Okay, let's send this Behringer out into some of our effects modules. So I'm really digging the black stereo delay lately. I want to try to get the spring reverb in here. So this is the effects case that I'm working on. I think it would be cool even to like run synths through this. So maybe like some of my old Casios or something like that. That would be cool. But basically, my whole plan is to like make this cloud smaller, so maybe get like one of the U clouds, maybe add a U rings in here, so like maybe 2 rings or 1 ring. I'm still figuring it out, but yeah, so this is gonna be like the effects case, and then in here I had this case empty. It just made sense to put the Moog in here, and then my 7U, I'm probably just gonna get rid of that. Maybe we'll see what happens, because it just makes sense, right? I have a few more modules coming. I have an original variegate coming, which I'm going to use for gates, because I love this thing as a sequencer. I've been using the KeyStep Pro lately too to sequence. It's really nice. It's really, I mean, it doesn't have to be that linear. Like, there's a lot of stuff you can do with the sequence, like the direction of the sequence, scales and all this type of stuff. But I really like how small this is. I mean, this is 12 HP. So like the other one is 10. I was really trying to get 2 of these, but they're sold out everywhere. Anyway, so I'm gonna use the other one for gates to sequence this, and then the rings, and then these can send the melodies to them. So that's gonna be a dope little setup. Yeah. So let's send this Behringer out. I'm going to go from our out into the black stereo delay. And then out into here. Alright. Whoa. Already pretty insane. So let's turn it down all the way so we can see what's actually happening. Let me turn these repeats off so we have a more... Let me turn everything off actually. Alright, so that's our sequence. Let's turn that into random. Alright. I love like the short decays that you can get on this thing. And I also love being able to just switch the octave of the oscillators. Like just even as you're jamming. Anyways, let's do this. Turn this up. Let's try it on that. It's a little calmer. That in itself has a gorgeous reverb, but you gotta be careful with that feedback, you know. You hear that? Open it all the way. Whoa. Gotta be careful with that feedback. Can't get gorgeous though. Turn off a few steps. There we go. I just turned the tape on. My goodness, delicious. I'm not really a fan of tape echoes, to be honest. Like, I prefer a digital delay. You know, sue me. But this tape echo, oh my, it's delicious. And it's stereo. So actually right now, my setup is a little ghetto. I'm running everything through this $20 Behringer. Can't really show it, it's like off camera. The little Mix MX400, I've had it forever. I'm waiting on a bigger mixer because like right now I have this like Dawless corner going on and the rig is super ghetto. All the audio is going into like this cheap little mixer, and then that mixer is going into the TR8 input, and then at that output is going into the SP404, and then we're using the external source just so we can hear what's going on. So I have the SP404 going straight into my mixer right now, which is so ghetto. But I'm getting a new mixer soon, hopefully, that I'm not gonna say which one it is yet because we'll see. But it's supposedly a very good mixer for this Dawless type stuff. So that's gonna be fun. Craziness. That's by far my favorite part. But yeah, it can get pretty crazy. Alright, yeah, the tape echo versus digital fight for sure. Houseplant ambient. Do you use the Mordex setup for anything else besides the oscilloscope? So I actually just got this back because I had it before and then I slimmed down my case. You know how it is. You know how it goes. So now it's back and it's in black, which I love it. I'm pretty happy I got to get in black. There's like a shortage of modules going on right now, and like synth prices are going up. There's just a lot of crazy stuff going on with synth prices right now. I feel because of all the COVID stuff, it's affected everything. But anyways, yeah, this was also sold out at the moment. So right now I'm using it as the oscilloscope. I mean, I do use, I do check out all the other stuff on it too, but to be completely honest, it just looks nice. The dancing little square waves, and also I told you guys I don't have modulation in this case. I'm working on it. I have a few modules coming, but I also want to learn more about this stuff too, like this side of it, because I can make it sound good, right? But there's still a lot of stuff that I need to learn too. I'm not an expert or anything, so that's gonna be cool to see the waves and see what LFOs do and what everything does to the sound that I'm feeding it. So that's gonna be exciting to use for that. Shazam the iPad producer, what's up, man? Alright, let's switch things up here. love those octave switches. It just switches everything up. I use it a lot. I even do it a lot in my composition, regardless. With like the OPC, I used to do it a lot. With even the KeyStep Pro, like you can do octaves up and down. It just changes everything up. Save that. Do something else. Yo. I love this thing and this thing. I've been looking for a fat analog voice to put in this case for a really long time. I tried the little, oh man, what's it called? That Studio Electronics voice that's supposed to like model the ARP 2600, I think. It was nice, but the tuning was, I don't know, maybe it needed to be calibrated. And there's nothing like having a full ADSR. But this doesn't have it. This doesn't have the R. But there's nothing like having at least the attack, decay, and sustain. At least, right? And just so many controls. Not only that, but like the mixer buttons. And I'm telling you guys, like, I'm not like a Behringer lover. Like, I'm not a Behringer hater. I appreciate, like, I think it's a great time to be alive and be like just now getting into this hobby. Because, dude, $300? I mean, it really is. It really is something remarkable. And it doesn't even make sense, like, to have a Model D. You know, like, only a collector should splurge that much on something, you know? I like that it's in Eurorack format. I know they just came out with, like, the Poly D. I'm not a fan of their keys. I've been spoiled with keys. I have a Montage. Those keys are gorgeous. But I know that, you know, they could have gotten nicer keys. Like the Novation Ultra Nova is cheap, and those keys are gorgeous. So I don't know. Some people say they don't mind the keys, but to me, I'm glad that like this is in rack form. Especially because I'm also limited on space, so like it works out. All right, let me answer some of your comments. The Model D sounds so good. Yes, it does. Have you been incorporating any guitar pedals into your rack setup lately? So I'm actually trying to transition from guitar pedals to this effects case. Just because I love like not having to deal with like power cables and being able to switch things in and out, being able to make different connections. So it doesn't really make sense to have, well, to me at least, because I don't play, like, guitar is not my main instrument. I don't even have a guitar right now. I got rid of mine because I've been really focused on ukulele. But I plan to run my ukulele through this. The sound I was getting, even with this, was still very low. I mean, it is an acoustic instrument. Like, it has a pickup, but it's still an acoustic instrument. So I'm thinking I might have to add, like, a distortion or, I don't know, to get, like, a louder sound. So for that, like, for now, this is the pedal that I'm using for like, yeah, acoustic stuff. So like I would plug my my hand pan into this. I'll plug my ukulele through that, and you know, give it that oomph. So yeah, so I'm trying to make this like my guitar pedal, super guitar pedal. Okay. Do you plan these patches beforehand, or are we just winging it right now? It sounds really good. Thank you. Not the patch itself. I mean, not really. Like, I started completely from scratch. I even like forgot to plug in my clock before we started. So, yeah, you know, just doing it as I go, and showing you guys like the whole process. Like, it's not all gonna sound good. You wait, like it's a destination, you know, like you're trying to get to that sweet spot, and then sometimes you get, with modular, you get into some crazy places and you're never able to like duplicate that. Like, patching is so different than regular composition. I feel like if I'm sitting here tweaking this stuff, it's a lot different than if I'm sitting at the piano. Like, a different part of my brain is being activated. It's kind of cool. But that's how I feel like it is with every instrument that you play. Did you have any tune drifting issues on your Model D? Because mine drifts about a semitone flat every 3 octaves, and it wasn't something I heard mentioned on YouTube videos. Before I got it, someone told me about the drifting. And not as much as other things I've had. So like, it's analog. It's gonna drift. I have not. Like, that has not been too much of an issue for me. I'm constantly tuning everything by ear, so I don't know. It's a little challenge if you want to look at it that way. Your ukulele patch to Morphogene would sound amazing, I bet. Yeah, I need to do that. I wasn't getting sound of it for some reason yesterday. I'm pretty sure I did something wrong. So yeah. All right, cool. Let's continue. Let's send the Boog. I'm sorry, the Boog. Are people calling it the Boog? I think like that's the perfect name for it. Are they allowed to call it the Boog? That's the question. They could call it the Boog, and then people would get pissed twice as much. Okay. Well, that's not what we're doing. We're going into clouds, so. Going into clouds. Make sure cloud settings aren't like going to murder us. Already there, we're getting like a lot of feedback. What is that? Okay. Okay, let's see. I'm gonna make you guys deaf. Go out. I hear it. Oh yeah, our decay, right? That's where we left off. All right, let's add another voice in. Let's add, what should we add? Rings, plonk, or basimilus iteritas? I think we should do basimilus, which just came back, by the way. Here it is. A lot of people ask me all the time. They're like, Jay, do you ever buy and sell? Do you ever sell something and then regret it and then buy it again? I'm like, yeah. All the time. It's okay. It's part of the process. Okay. All right. So let's send basimilus. Let's send the Moog into both the Let's see. Let's send the Moog into this cheap little delay actually. It's going to be this little echo, which I've had since the beginning. This is the original, the original echo. I've never bought a second one. We're going to plug this out. You can get this for like $100, and it's a gorgeous. Well, let me just show you. It's a gorgeous, beautiful digital, my favorite, delay. We're going to go out into our second. That's the first one. And then we're going to send basimilus into. We're going to send basimilus. Whoa, not that. What did we do? What did we do wrong? Let's see. I automatically got some feedback from what I did. So let's start over. Okay. Trial and error, people. Trial and error. Okay. Audio out. Audio in. Too loud. Ready? Tell me that's not beautiful. Beautiful delay. I wish it had more CV control. It just has CV for the time, which kind of messes with the pitch. I wish it would have CV for something else. That Boog is just gorgeous. Gorgeous. Okay, and now we're going to send our out of our basimilus into the black stereo delay. Out of the delay into my mixer. And we're probably gonna have to tune this, so hooray for you guys. You guys get to go along on the journey. I'm gonna send a tray to this, and we should get a sound. Let me turn the Boog down. You're like, Jade, that doesn't sound like a beautiful, gorgeous voice. Just you wait, my friend. Just you wait. And let me send a shorter gate to that, because that's just going to drive us crazy. Okay, so we need to get these two things in tune, right? Because if we turn up our Boog, oh, that might be in tune actually. Let's find out. Alright, so we're going to turn down everything. You want like the cleanest mix possible, right? I'm gonna unplug my pitch from the oscillator 1. So they're not in tune. Now you just do it by ear. Let me see. I feel like the range on this isn't that great either. That sounds about right. Let's find out. I don't think so. That voice is so rough. Okay, hold on. I like can't tune when it's like sounding this insane. It just drives me freaking nuts. Okay, so let's find a gorgeous sound on this because we can get there. No, I don't need that many. There we go. There we go. Okay, because that was driving me nuts. Alright, so pitch. Oh no, let's make sure that, where am I? Right. So yeah, so it definitely drifts for those that were asking earlier. But that's just part of the fun, guys. You know, $300. The original one was gonna drift too. I heard it doesn't drift as bad as this one, but let me make sure we're on the same scale over here. I don't know, it still doesn't sound like right to me. It's gonna drive me mad. Okay, hold on. Let me turn on my notes. Because that's definitely not right. Alright. I'm gonna have to use the Oscilloscope and just tune that to the mode. Okay, that should be it, guys. Finally, yo. But that is the beauty of it, guys. car seat. This is another of my favorite modules, the Bassimilis Italitas Alter. It's supposed to be a drum module, but as you can see, it has a pitch input, so you can send pitch to it. It's drifty, just like the Moog, so they probably weren't the best modules to pair up together for this type of thing. But yeah, so as you saw, the Moog is not that stable, but I mean, come on, it's analog, it's analog. Alright, let's try something else. Let's unpatch everything. I just love starting from scratch. Let's use the Behringer 4 Plus with the voltage block, because that's a killer combo. So, let's see. We're going to switch our Behringer from CV gate to 4 gates. That means that, I guess it would help if I didn't unplug the clock. Okay, that means we're going to get gate from here and CV from here. So the cool thing about the voltage block, the Behringer 4 Plus is still my favorite sequencer on its own, but you can use it with the voltage block. Like, you can use them together. And that's fun too, but I still prefer this on its own. Anyways, we're going to use them together because it's a lot of fun. It's just a lot of HP. I prefer to leave this for like modulation. Alright. So, let's do Plonk, because Plonk, the beauty of Plonk is it has a pitch knob. So you can tell, like, you know, where you're at. You can tell what key you're actually in. So I do like to use Plonk as my source. Let's plug in the Boog into the BSD, because that was just a gorgeous combination. I really want to get that reverb, because I mean, Clouds is nice, but it's not your typical reverb. I love that test, because like, you know, you never know if you're plugging everything in right. So it's like, oh, sound, success. Okay, and then we're going to plug in our Plonk. Oh, well, duh. I need to find my stackable cable so I can show you guys. I don't think I have it here. Oh, yes. Okay, all right. So we're gonna send the stackable. We're gonna use gate 1 to send it to our Moog. We're gonna send that gate into that LC gate. And I'm looking for a shorter cable. I have it right in my hand. From here, actually no, I'm lying. I lied to you. I love like having the right length cables. From here to this gate. I believe that's what we're doing. I believe that's how it's supposed to go. that right? Uh-oh, I must have did something. What happened? Oh, I'm not getting audio. Now we know something happened. Something happened here. Okay, hold on. Okay, nothing froze over here. What did we do? What did we do? Just gotta trace back. Ah, audio wasn't in all the way. Sorry, guys. All right. You know what? This is part of it. This is part of the process. There we go. I don't know if I like that actually. But you can do that to control both of them. I think I'm just gonna go directly. I'm still hearing that like super strange. Let's see what happened here. Volume is fine. Okay. Okay, hold on, guys. Too much going on. Alright. There we go. It's so like rough and wild. Alright, let's see what you guys are saying. Hello. Into the rabbit hole, yes, you know it. Crazy that such a great synth player lives in Hawaii. I don't live in Hawaii. I live in the moon. I had a Moog old school from 2018. Should have held on to it, man. Okay, alright. Let's send, before this drives us insane, let's send some CV. Some control voltage. Alright, so we're going to tune our oscillators again. That's too low for me. Right under C. I think. Alright. then we need to make sure that we're in the same scale over here. I'm gonna clear everything. So the cool thing about this sequencer is we can hold it. Let me mute this for a minute. Okay, so I'm not crazy about the scale though, so there we go. Takes a minute to get there, but you get there, you know? But I did want to make sure that that these are tuned properly. See, now it's sounding like a D flat. Alright, but whatever. Alright, let's do it. Where did this go? Ah. So the difference between using the Variegated 4 Plus, just the Variegated 4 Plus, and the voltage block is that when you change the notes on the voltage block, you can hear like the change happening. So like, you guys hear that, obviously. That doesn't happen on the Variegated 4. So like, it can be a blessing and a curse, because like, yes, you can set it, you know, and that's cool, to like get more control over it. But for a live situation, I want something that guarantees a little more stability in its scales, in its parameters, I mean. Alright. So, let me just use my Variegated 4 Plus, because I do love it on its own. It's just so musical. Okay. So we're going to switch this back to CV gate, put our gate in there, and then our CV into here. Simple as that. And we're going to add more gates. Why is it going so slow? Because we need to fix our clock divide. I use this sequencer so much. And I feel like that's what matters. Using whatever you have to the point where like you know it, like boom, 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 you know? And that's how I feel with this sequencer. That's why I love it. It's like, oh, I don't want to do this, I want to do this. I don't have to think about what I'm doing. Alright, so change some notes up. Let's run that Boog into our phaser, and out of the phaser into the black stereo array. right, so I really want to get going with 2 voices in here because that's how we want to use this, right? Like, we can't let that pitch drifting stop us from jamming. Thank you, Isaac. Have I tried the MyRack app? I have not. I didn't know there was a Eurorack app. I know there's a lot of synth apps. But I have not tried that. Cool though. I like where they're headed with all the apps. All right, so let's get rings because, you know, rings is king. We're gonna use rings. And Boog, that's gonna be gorgeous. Okay, we're gonna do the strum into our strum and our full per octave. It's very simple, guys, once you understand it. All right. So that's gonna sound terrible. Let's hear it. All right, let's go ahead and tune once again. That's the fun of it, guys. That is the fun of it. That's what you don't see. All the tuning. I need like complete dryness. And higher octave. And that is how you do it, my friends. But that's too high. Yes. You can hear that drifting already. That sounds close enough. All right. Let me delete all these notes. Guess we gotta do it again. So definitely very drifty. But still usable, you know? Alright. Hey. That was fun. All right, guys, thanks for joining. I hope you enjoyed this patch walkthrough. As you saw, it was pretty on the spot, figuring out what we were doing with this Boog, I'm sorry, Boog Model D. I'm super happy with it. As you guys saw, that the tuning is not the greatest, but I mean, 300 bucks, dude. 300 bucks. I've had things that are like almost $1,000 that the tuning is not that great. So like, don't let that be the only thing that, you know, makes you not want to check this out. I feel like if you're starting out, this would be a great place to start, even just to like learn what it is you're doing. It doesn't have like as many controls as like other synths would. Like you don't really normally see this on, you know, the synths that are out today, like this oscillator bank section. And we didn't even really mess that much with at all, actually. I'm sorry, I didn't check this part out at all. Maybe next time. I hope you guys enjoyed that. Don't forget to give it a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. And yeah, that's it, guys. I hope you had a good time, and I will catch you in the next one. Peace.